8 college students live in this room. They're required to stay in shared dormitories like this for 4 years, including Leo, the main character of this video. There's almost no real private space here. If one should be left alone, the only option is to install a simple curtain around the bed. They're not soldiers, they're just ordinary students at this university.
装拍照了，我来做这个毕业 vlog。
哪个群？这些东西不能。
我懂。
For this filming, we did not receive official permission from the university. What we're seeing is how a university actually operates in real life. Messy male dorm rooms, real college classrooms, and even cheating during exams. How much did it cost to attend college in China? How do students organize their day from morning to night? In this video, we follow a freshman named Leo at this university throughout an entire day, experience a real day in the life of a Chinese college student through his eyes. Leo's first class starts at 8:20 a.m. and his alarm is always set for exactly 8 o'clock. He gives himself only 12 minutes to get ready, leaving another 8 minutes to walk from the dormitory to the teaching building. This is a schedule he has calculated and repeated every single day.
他第一节课几点到那儿？8点20。迟到了会怎么样？迟到了罚跑步。
The campus has a total of 12 dormitory buildings. As class time approaches, nearly 30,000 students head toward their respective teaching buildings at the same time, creating a brief but intense morning rush on campus.
每天都在点名吗？
每节课都得点。
点名不到的怎么办？
跑2公里吧，这是昨天迟到的。
你跑过没？
我跑过，我上周5跑。
Students at this university generally show weaker study habits and self-discipline, which has led the school to adopt stricter management. Attendance is taken not only in class, but also in the dormitory before students go to sleep. In China, the lower a university ranks overall, the stricter its students' management tends to be. This is a final completion design class of the semester. During this session, the instructor will review and evaluate the final projects. Although the assignment was given weeks ago, only one group in the class has completed it on time, and some groups have not even started yet. Leo attends a vocational college. For most students here, this was not their first choice, but a result of their exam scores. In China, students in their final year of high school take a nationwide standardized exam that determines their academic path. Those with lower scores are typically directed to vocational colleges. As a result, these schools are commonly seen as an option for students who did not perform well academically. Leo is majoring in architectural design. His group assignment is to build a house model using foam board. While they attend class, we take the opportunity to explore the campus as well. What I see here is almost the entire campus. Most Chinese universities operate as closed campuses, functioning like small self-contained societies. Students study, live, and spend their free time almost entirely inside. Gyms, pool halls, and other entertainment facilities are all available. There are even 2 supermarkets on campus, along with a clinic and a pharmacy. This is not a logistics center, it's a package pickup station inside the campus.
哪个平台？
我拍校园 vlog，学生。咱这个里面存了多少个件儿？大概？
目前因为放假了嘛，现在也就5000多个件儿。
最多的时候有多少个件？
最多的时候能有2万多吧。
每天有要取出去多少个件
？3、4千个件儿吧。
这个学校应该有个4、5个点儿。
4个。
4个点儿。这些货架够用吗？最多的时候？
最忙的时候不够用，门外还得摆。
谢谢你提供的信息啊。
Because many Chinese universities are built on outskirts of cities, going out takes time and costs money. Online shopping becomes the most time-efficient and practical choice for students.
下课了吗？
刚画完，就是准备走。我们布置的构成设计的作业。
现在要去哪？
带去吃饭。
In China, a university usually has multiple large cafeterias. The one you see here is just one of the 5 on this campus. This is what it looks like before the end of class rush. In 10 minutes, this place will be completely packed. Liu orders a rice-set meal. Students can choose any 3 dishes along with the staple food. Prices in Chinese university cafeterias are generally very low. In most cases, a full lunch costs less than $2. To maintain both affordability and taste, different food stalls inside Chinese university cafeterias compete with one another. Many of them extend their operating hours voluntarily, opening from 8 a.m. until 10 p.m., providing nearly continuous food service throughout the day. This university has a total of 4 dining halls, each of them large enough to serve thousands of students at the same time. Even so, during peak hours after class, they still struggle to accommodate everyone at once.
这不是我整的呀，这个我不知道啊，不是我，真的不是我。行，啊，
发生啥事儿了？
就是俺班人做手工，然后扫地时候不知道谁拿手工给他弄到地下，手工全毁了。不是有监控吗？你让他们看监控不就行了？
After lunch, Liu usually returns to his dormitory for a 1-hour break. All dorm buildings here are equipped with access gates, and entry is only allowed through facial recognition. Because of this, the footage filmed inside the dormitory earlier was recorded with the help of Liu's classmates. Now, with the camera mounted on Liu's head, we enter the dormitory in first-person view. Almost every room along this hallway follows the same setup. In China, public universities typically assign students to the dormitory shared by 6 to 8 people. According to the fire evacuation map, there are 45 dorm rooms on this floor. For administrative checks, each dorm door displays the basic information of the students living inside. Liu's dorm room is located at the corner of the floor. Right at the entrance, there is a private bathroom. Inside the room are 5 sets of bunk beds, meaning the space is designed to accommodate up to 10 students. In this kind of dormitory, students have very little private space. Personal belongings are placed on shared desks, with no clear boundaries, which makes the room look cluttered. The trade-off for sacrificing personal space is a very low cost. Each student pays only about $100 per year for accommodation. This is a final exam for political studies course. There's no paper test. Students complete the exam on their phones through an app released by the university. This is what the exam app looks like. Once the test begins, if a student exits the application, the system immediately invalidates the score. The graduation rate at Chinese university generally exceeds 95%. The overall system is often described as strict entry, easier exit. The National College Entrance Exam is highly competitive, but academic assessment during a university tends to be more lenient. In this exam, some students brought textbooks into the classroom against the rules. Others used 2 phones, taking photos of the questions and analyzing them with AI applications to look for answers.
这肯定写完啊，这玩意儿能不写完？
要去哪现在？
打台球啊？
嗯，你们平常一起打台球吗？
必须的。
嗯，几个人一起
？3、4个。
学校里面不是有台球厅吗？
但是不好，台子不是很好。
哎，你抽不抽？
我不会抽。多少年烟龄了，老弟
？15年了，我89年级就开始抽烟。
你觉得这学校怎么样？
前途一片光明，就跟现在天气一样。
He was making a self-deprecating joke. In China, higher education is broadly divided into 3 tiers: top-tier universities, regular undergraduate institutions, and vocational colleges like the one Liu attends. A bachelor's degree from a regular university is often seen as a basic threshold in the job market. By comparison, vocational college graduates usually need to work harder to gain opportunities similar to those of undergraduate degree holders. We also conducted a more in-depth interview with Leo, asking why he chose his school and his major, as well as about his tuition fees and daily living expenses.
你是咋来这个学校的？你怎么选的这个学校？
好考。
好考。那专业了？
报的人少啊，我们班人可少，50个人。
你没有啥或者兴趣啊？就是为了好考，然后才找这个。
有个毕业证。
毕业之后没想过做你学的专业这一行？
没有。
你想干什么？
我不知道我想干啥，没这方面的想法。
你没想过你3年后要干什么吗？
没有，真没想过。
啊好，你呢？你以后要干什么？
我以后适当生存，生存下去。
你们这学费多少钱一年？
我们是4200，然后隔壁班的是6000，就是我们寝室的。每个专业的学费不一样。当时选这个专业还因为这个学费挺便宜
的。是你妈妈给你交的吗？
啊，对啊，我自己肯定没钱交啊。
那一个月生活费有多少？
一个月生活费1200-1300。
啊好，你生活费多少钱一个月
？1500。
你真的一个月就1200-1300？
对呀。
你不够花咋办了？
不花就，没钱吃饭就吃方便面吃吧。
那你还敢来打台球？
打台球那肯定玩重要啊。
吃饭都不重要。
对呀，吃饭随便吃点就行了，还就当减肥了。
耳机里是5点是。
你们平常都几点来这里训练？
周一到周五嘛，6点到8点半。
他们要持续练多久？
持续练个1年嘛。
In China, university freshmen are required to undergo military training after enrollment. Many of the students currently in training may become instructors for the next incoming class in the future. In some Chinese universities, military training is not conducted entirely by active duty soldiers. In regions where there are few stationed troops in many universities, schools often adopt a cooperative model. Professional instructors or military personnel provide overall guidance, while selected senior students serve as assistant instructors and later help train the next group of freshmen. This is the university's calligraphy club. Leo comes here almost every evening to practice. He has loved calligraphy since childhood, and after entering university, he immediately signed up for the club. In Chinese universities, student clubs often function like a second classroom. The school assigns faculty advisors to provide guidance, while experienced senior students serve as a club president, handling attendance, tasks, assignments, and event planning. As the Chinese New Year approaches, the club president has organized a special activity to write Spring Festival couplets. During a break in his practice, we noticed a visible mark on his neck. We decided to ask him about it after the club session ended.
你脖子上是怎么烫伤的
？1岁多。
你不记得了？
我都不知道，我妈跟我说的是1岁多。
是啥情况？你妈咋给你描述了？
就是跟我姥爷爷家玩，蓝水瓶在桌子上，然后就拔开。
多大面积？
到这儿，然后脖子这儿。
烫伤对你有啥影响没有？
能不能别问这个问题？挺自卑的。
不过你现在这么多年都应该适应了。
适应啥呀？万一有个，比如说夏天了，穿个短袖，露个伤疤。路过都有人看，都有人说。
By now, Leo's day is almost over. Normally, after his club activity, he will return to the dormitory, scroll through social media for a while, and then go to bed. But tonight, as he passed by the basketball court, he decided on impulse to join a few strangers for a game.
哎，总体参两个，来，我们有点菜，因为我不会打这个菜，对，那一个。
The basketball court is located right below his dorm building, so he doesn't need to worry about missing the nightly dorm check. In Chinese universities, many aspects of students' life are defined by clear time and space boundaries. Some people see this as restriction, while for many students, it feels more like a structured safeguard. Not everyone at 18 knows how to organize their studies, daily life, and free time. For some students, a structured rhythm may simply be part of their journey toward adulthood. This is a day in the life of Leo, a Chinese university student.